Good afternoon, guys. Thought I'd do a quick walkthrough of the TFN display on the 1250 and the Nav6 and how they sort of work together. So let's fire it up. So basically we'll go through the TFN first. So this is pretty basic. So the top menu button, that one there, so you can cycle through the top. So if you're looking at the top line, you got 92 k's to empty. That's your fuel tank level. That's my odometer. Yes, I haven't done a lot of k's yet. And then you've got some trip computers. Average fuel consumption, that is, and time on the bike. Now that can also be adjusted in the menu, so you can actually change how many things cycle through here. Now that's the tyre pressures. Obviously you need to sort of take off so the bike can calculate how much air you've got in your tyres. And we're back to here. Alrighty, so I've got my phone connected, so I'll just hit the down menu button, go in. Now we'll skip the navigation because I've got the Nav6 here. Now if we go into media, we go in and basically it's got your Bluetooth in there. So it's pretty finicky. You know, once I get it playing, I generally have to start playing it on the phone, and then it starts playing properly. But I have been experiencing quite a few audio dropouts, so sort of it just cuts the audio every second or so, so it is really quite annoying. So we'll go, I mean, we can go, you just use a jog wheel to go back and forward. Once you're playing, all that sort of stuff does work, but those audio dropouts are a bit of a problem. Sometimes I'll just disconnect the phone and reconnect it and hope for the best. So if we go across to the telephone, go into that, so we've got active call. If you're on it, you probably can't really see that. Phone book, call list, and mute. So that mute button's if you want to mute all calls coming in while you're writing. So the telephone works quite well. Basically while you're riding along, you'll get you know, who's calling you up on the screen. So that's that is really quite handy. And then we go into the settings. So you've got vehicle settings, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. So you know, we could be here forever. So this is just a quick walkthrough really. System settings, connections, so that's your Bluetooth, display settings, brightness, status line content, so that's that top line I was talking about earlier, and some information. That's basically licenses and software versions and stuff like that. So if we jump back out of there, my vehicle, this is a pretty cool display here. So that's just bike stats really. So you can cycle through just using the jog wheel. There we go. Now if we go back here, now if you see at the top it says TFN and Nav. So basically what you do is you hold the menu button and that then changes to the nav. So now we've got control over the nav with the jog wheel. So if we just go right, we can actually cycle through these displays. So that's your nav, that's your compass, that's some other bizzo with for the nav, and these are your things. So this can be changed. So if we can just cycle through and show now, basically if you're worried about speed when you're out, and what the speed limit is, you can go by this, because this is the GPS speed. So you can have this up on the screen, or you can go back to your full display there. So it gives you a lot of info on the bike, so it's really quite great actually. Back to nav. The nav also, after a ride, I don't know why, but it only records your last ride, which is a bit disappointing. But on the last ride, you can take the nav out and go into those settings. So to take the nav out of the holder, basically you stick the key in, turn it. Now there's a little bracket here. If you pull that out, then on the other side, this button, so that brings the nav out. So if we just power on the nav while it's out of its holder, trip planner, media player, tracks, compass, round trip, track back. A lot of this stuff I don't actually use. The main one I sort of use is my motorcycle. So if you go in there, and you've got information, status, and last ride. So information, that is, you need to be on the bike. Now that gives you info on the actual bike itself. And if we go to last ride, you've got your stuff here. So trip meter, auto trip meter, average speed, average fuel. It's actually got a lean angle sensor on the bike, so you can't actually see any of that info on the bike screen, but you can through this nav under this last ride setting. So max lean angles and your average plus and minus. There's a lot of stuff in here. So gear changes, average throttle position, front brake, rear brake, ambient temps. So that's that. So guys, I thought I'd just do a quick walkthrough of how these two systems work together. Please subscribe if you are interested in this sort of stuff, and let me know if you want me to run through anything else. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.